Welcome back to the vlog, you guys, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sierra, and if you saw my previous video, my little life update kind of reboot of this channel, I have a little bit of a transition. I am a PRN hospice nurse now, and then in a couple weeks I will be starting a full-time position as a pediatric acute care nurse and a med-surg floor. And it's a very hectic day for me, but also not too hectic like it normally would be. Today is my very first day being PRN status at my job. If you don't know what PRN means, it just means that I work on an as-needed basis. So basically, I talked about this in my last video, but basically what that means is I am a nurse case manager. I'm a hospice nurse. I have patients that I manage and see on a weekly basis. When I'm transitioning from full-time to PRN status in this role, I decided to keep some of my patients. Granted, I left before I went on vacation with 22 patients, which is more than full-time caseload for my role at my company. But I have been on vacation. We just got back from a cruise and going to Disneyland. We've been gone from Thursday through the following week, so almost 10 days of a vacation, 7 days of work that I missed. And when I've missed work for one day in the past, it's like I come back and things are totally different. Just in the line of work that I'm in, I have patients that are admitted onto status or admitted onto service, and they, could be transitioning or actively dying or just really sick and don't have their needs managed, or have patients that pass away, and sometimes they surprise me, sometimes I'm not surprised at all. Now, I would normally get ready for work at the gym and be leaving at 8 o'clock. It's 8:15 now. I'm going to drive back home, which is not convenient, but I just was like, I can't pack all my stuff out of my suitcase. I just want to get ready at home today. In order to be able to do those things, I need to go home. So we're gonna go home, and I need to look through my email more heavily and kind of make my plan, see what patients I have left. This week is supposed to be like a transition week, so the ones that I'm keeping, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be keeping you, but these are my new hours, and here's what we're gonna do as our new plan. But for my other ones, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is our last visit together, like, so good taking care of you, and so is gonna be your new case manager, and here's their contact information. They're going to take such great care of you or your loved one. So doing those visits today, since I'm not actually starting my new job yet, I have time to be able to do that. I'm going to put my to-do list on here so y'all can hold me accountable, and I have a few things I need to add to that, so I'm going to throw those in there, and we're just going to knock things out today. I'm going to do some visits today, and then I'm probably going to work Wednesday and Thursday this week to get my visits in. So that is my plan, and I will take you guys along with me, but right now we're gonna head home and get some breakfast.
How about you, Stella? You got plans with Justin? She lets out a raspy cough.
We have 2 whole eggs over here, and then a serving of 2 tablespoons of egg whites, so that's the equivalent of another egg. So that's about 18 grams of protein. These 2 chicken patties, which are these organic maple chicken patties. I found these at Costco. They look really healthy, and 14 grams of protein in there, so I thought I'd give them a try. And then just some grapes because I have minimal things in my fridge, but I wanted something sweet. And then I've also been craving some cashews. So this is just a serving of cashews, which I think is like 5 grams. So all in all, this is, let's see, 18, 14, and then 5. So about 37 grams of protein, really good. I don't know why, but breakfast seems like the easiest way to get some protein in. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy this and try to go through my work email and figure out what's going on, and then get ready real fast. 6 now. I'm finally ready for work. That took longer than I wanted it to, but not longer than I expected it, if that makes sense. I expected that to take forever. So annoying. And then I got ready in literally like 20 minutes. Okay, these are figs, like the eucalyptus olive army like color joggers, the high-waisted ones. Love them. They're like my favorite figs there. I think these are a medium, and I got them tailored because medium is too big, small is too small. This is just literally a t-shirt from, I don't know, Old Navy. Columbia vest, I've had this forever too. And then my shoes are Lululemon, like they're running shoes. Had these for a while. I usually just wore them in the gym, with strength training. So I'm ready to get them dirty, I guess. So I'm going to throw them on today. And then I just threw my hair back up in a claw clip because it's got curls and needs to be washed. So now we're going to go run. I'm doing 4 visits today. And I had them all planned out and mapped out. Since I'm home, I got to go make a little bit of a drive. So, I got the first one scheduled, so we're gonna head over there, hoping to get there by noon and have a few phone calls to make on the way. Okay, I just finished at my first visit. It was 13.3 miles over here to that visit from my house, which I don't get paid for, just because I only get paid from visit to visit, not for my starting one, just because they consider that, like, you know, starting your work day. You always got to drive to work. I was in there for, I think, about 40 minutes, which is probably a little bit longer than I normally spend. But I also haven't seen her in, oh gosh, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It's been a little bit. I also did a recert visit for this patient today. Medicare has recert periods every 60 or 90 days. So I just had to basically do the same thing, just measure her arms and then write in my note why this person is still eligible for hospice Medicare benefit. Also on the way over here, I called and talked to a patient that I also was not going to be keeping, but she has decided to revoke services and just come off of hospice because her she just has some other treatments she wants to investigate and do some testing, and that's not something that is covered on hospice. So she's going to do that. I totally support her decision. In this like field, we really like can get a little bit judgmental, I would say, and just, you know, not understand why people don't get that they're really, really sick, and doing all the things are not going to make their situation better or, you know, make them happy either when they're in the hospital. But sometimes people just need that peace of mind, and I've had so many patients that do that, or they, you know, a family member freaks out and they want to take them to the ER, or the patient freaks out, they want to go to the ER. Stuff like that happens all the time. And just being, you know, flexible with what the patient wants. This is their journey, it's not mine. And just really understanding. So we had a good conversation. She's been a really good patient for me. We've really bonded, and she was also a nurse too, actually. So she's given me lots of wisdom. And this one I actually just saw was a hospice nurse too, which is crazy. Like, I just feel like really blessed when I get to have patients that have been working in hospice, because I think about, like, oh my gosh, like, I think it's gonna be so cool when I get to heaven and like all of the patients that I've helped, you know, make their way there, will be there to greet me, and I get to help another nurse do that. And like someone that's been a nurse for 30, 40 years doing hospice is like, can you imagine the lives that they've touched? Like, just so cool, and like reasons that I love this job so much. Now I'm gonna go over to my next visit. Okay, second visit completed and in the books. That one took me 5.9 miles to get to. Now I have my third one of the day. I asked if I could come, but I haven't heard back from the daughter yet, so I'm just waiting to hear from her. If I don't hear anything, honestly, it's not a big deal. I can just go see her another day. I'm not super worried about that. But I will be going to the facility like right next door in the same neighborhood, so I may just wait it out and see if I hear from her. So in the meantime, I'm going to do potty break because I desperately need to go, and that's the reality of this job, is there's a limited access to bathrooms. It's not like a hospital or an office where you can just literally gotta go right over. Like, I kind of gotta plan it a little bit. So I have places that I like to go. If you live in the South, or I don't know, maybe it's just a Texas thing, I'm not sure. Racetrack, great bathrooms. Or like Starbucks, always good. So the patient that I just saw, she lives at what's called a residential care home. So basically it's just a house in a neighborhood that probably has like 4 or 5 bedrooms. Literally just a house. And there's usually like 5 residents or so that live there. Sometimes they share rooms, but they have their own little room at this place. And there's care staff to take care of them all the time. And then of course they have managers that manage the houses. But the care staff will give them showers and bathe them, like change them, meet all of their like daily needs. They also cook them meals, like just in the kitchen, like it's literally again in a house. And so those are really cool. I actually find that those seem to give like really good care, sometimes better than facilities, which is kind of sad, but kind of true. So I always highly recommend, and I have 2 patients, both at different ones right now, and they're just like really great. I have really great relationships with the managers at them and the care staff, so they're just awesome. But one thing I do have to do at those is fill up her pill box for 2 weeks. So someone did it while I was gone for 1 week, so I just filled it up for 2 just to cover me, make sure she's good. So no need to order any meds. Pill box is filled up, and I also like know the other residents there, so it's fun to like say hi to them. It's 4:30 now. I just left the facility that I have now just 1 patient at. I've had up to 4 there at a time. It's like my facility. I really like love them there. They love me. I know like all the management and everything, and so I have a really good relationship with them. So that is somewhere I will be keeping patients at. So as they give me more, I'll still go see them. Just while I was gone, I had a couple pass away there, and discharged one, so like just down to not very many. So I went over to the library and did a little bit of charting, just to get caught up and not be too far behind on that. So really, I charted my longest one, which is my research. The other 2 that I have to chart should be super quick. I called in some meds to the pharmacy while I was driving, and I have one more phone call I need to make just to one of our aides, but I think I'll call her here in just a second. I want to start heading home, but I also need to start knocking out things on my to-do list. So I'm going to run to Kroger right now. Definitely not my first choice of grocery stores, so I'm going to like a nicer one if I can get over there. But I just really need a couple things just to get through, and I ate breakfast kind of on the later side, and it was very like protein heavy, as we saw, so I haven't really been hungry. I did have some of those granola like cluster things, and then I have a clear protein shake that I think I'm going to make in here, only because it's a little sample. I have a little like jerky stick, so I might eat that on my way home. I want to knock out taking Sadie on a walk, knock out the rest of my work, and then Jared has hockey tonight, so it'll just be me, and then I have several things on my to-do list in order to get ready for tomorrow. So I will show you what I can, but that's kind of my plan for the night. freaking hungry, but like plain cottage cheese sounds great to me. I'm gonna do a little of this garlic aioli Hellman's dip and spread to dip my steak in. I will forever be a sauce girly, so I kind of need that. And then I also like to do just a little bit of sweet and sour on my rice, just to give it a little something. This meal is brought to you by the fact that I just did not have time. Like, I'm just ready to get to bed. I'm so tired. I have so much to do still, and I'm so freaking hungry. So, like, my carrots look a little, like, burnt, like, not burned, but they look a little dry. I'm gonna sit down and eat this, and also at the same time do my paperwork for my appointment for tomorrow. I'm not even sure what all I need or what time, but my plan is to literally go to the gym at 5 in the morning and get ready there, and then do like a few errand type things, and then go to my appointment, which I think is like at 12 something in Fort Worth, which is really far away from where I live. Could not be farther away. My friend, she lives in Fort Worth, so she has the day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna get lunch with her or something in the afternoon, and then head back. So it'll be like a full day, so I really need to get myself ready. So I'm gonna sit down and eat this, do that paperwork, and then make some dinner, and then chillax and go to bed. It's not even relaxing, it's just literally going to bed.